So I apologize. I wasn't supposed to go, and then I'm going again after spring break. One after spring break I actually want to do. So this is on the concept of how the concept of love has changed through time. So, and yeah, you don't need me.
Wait.
So
Okay, fine.
Wait, I have a question.
yes.
So, are we talking about how like the weird stuff in like the ancient Middle East, there were 15 different wives?
We're going to talk about what may be the creepiest thing I have ever heard in all of history.
Is that King Solomon had like 500 wives?
Yeah, that's
How many
the
wives?
creepiest thing. All right. So, have a great affection or liking for to nouns, a strong positive emotion of regard and affection. The strange thing about word love is that the English language, which has more words than any other language that we know of, has only one word for love.
Can I interrupt you quickly?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the presentation cue. There's nothing on it yet because nobody might randomly call you and say, hey, I know who is TBD, you might want to make your date today.
So,
Just in
hopefully
case.
not.
You also sign a sheet,
All right.
that should be obvious. So.
Put down your thing and on the list, and we'll go from when you're ready. All right. The Greeks had 4 words for love. There was family love, brotherly or friend love, God to man or man to God love, and eros was romantic love. Much of the Bible was written in Greek, and all the types of loves were addressed there. Classical contract. All right. Concept of marrying for status and station first was usually the way. Romantic love was recognized but normally not considered important. So you married to improve your station. If you were a king, you married for alliances. And then when you get into the Dark Ages, the concept of romantic love is largely gone from the equation.
Well, unless you're a peasant.
Yeah, even then, it's viewed differently. Church and society put emphasis on contractual marriage, and so most peasants would have belonged to the church, and this is sort of where the church was going. The purpose of marriage is to procreate. You find partners that provide health and the most comfortable life for your children. Appearance is valued, but is clearly second to station and money. In the Middle Ages, as feudal society takes hold, the contractual marriage rules. Women have no say in their partners and men very little. Parents actually negotiated the entire process. Now, unlike some parts of the world, this wasn't done in essence at birth. This was done a bit later in life, but you get all kinds of odd matches. There are plenty of stories of 75-year-old women marrying 18-year-old men.
Yikes.
Those are rarer, but they happen. What's far more common is the 60-year-old man marrying the 12-year-old girl.
Henry VIII had married an 18-year-old who was like 55.
Yeah, and that wasn't
Is that
by
Howard?
any means
He's fine as hell.
clearly the worst. Monarchs, powerful and wealthy families use marriages as business transactions and political plays. The wedding was a business contract, and so important was the political aspect that in the 15th century, Scotland and France arranged a marriage between the 21-year-old prince and an 8-year-old princess. And the proposal of marriage was made to the girl at age 2.
Who
Yikes.
are these? Do you think it was too early, Mr. Kerr?
I'm suggesting it might have been a bit too early.
The best one.
But look,
Too
here's the creepiest thing I have ever heard of in history. Marriage, the contract of marriage became official as a binding contract when the marriage was
Consummated.
What
Yes.
should I do?
the marriage was consummated, meaning there was physical activity. And what had happened was there were a few well-publicized cases of a male or female saying, oh, I need to divorce them and I can get a divorce because the marriage was never consummated. There was no physical act created to seal the marriage. So in order to prevent that from happening, there needed to be witnesses.
Oh my gosh.
And the witnesses were the fathers of the married couple.
And priest, right? There had
Not,
to be a priest.
not usually the priest. I mean, that happens, particularly if you're dealing with a sort of a more important or high-class marriage, then it would be the, town minister and your two dads.
That's weird.
I told you this is a previous thing.
Yeah, no, that's so weird.
I'm quite
no,
glad we don't do that
I-
anymore.
When did they start doing this?
You think? Huh?
When did they start doing
They
this?
started doing this sort of at the end of the Dark Ages.
I wonder why Henry VIII didn't have, well...
It's not everybody, and frequently the king would not have to do that because the king was the law. And so if the king said I consummated my marriage, then it was consummated. If the king said I didn't consummate my marriage, then it wasn't consummated. Mr. Nikolov, I had to fill in at the last minute. If you had been here earlier, you'd been up here presenting. We're doing the history of the concept of romantic love, which is
Yeah, well,
you came at a strange time when we're talking about consummation of marriage. Yes.
No, but like for instance, with Anne of Cleves, she had a witness come and they basically the witness Henry VIII and she didn't actually like each other very much.
Yeah.
But they wanted to stay friends and they
Yes.
were friends, very
Yes.
good friends actually. And so basically, she had like a nun and a bunch of her handmaidens make sure that they slept in separate rooms so that everyone knew that they hadn't consummated the marriage, so that 6 months later when they did get a divorce, everyone was okay.
Yeah, that would